The complete works of Swami Vivekananda, The Religion We Are Born In, addressed by Swami Vivekananda at Dacca in 1901, Part 1. In the remote past, our country made gigantic advances in spiritual ideas. Let us today bring before our mind's eye that ancient history. But the one great danger in meditating over long past greatness is that we cease to exert ourselves for new things and content ourselves with vegetating upon that bygone ancestral glory and priding ourselves upon it. We should guard against that. In ancient times, there were no doubt many rishis and maharishis who came face to face with truth. But if this recalling of our ancient greatness is to be of real benefit, we too must become rishis like them. Not only that, but it is my firm conviction that we must be even greater rishis than any time in our past history. In the past, signals were our attainment. I glory in them, and I feel proud in thinking of them. I am not even in despair at seeing the present degradation, because I am full of hope in picturing to my mind what is to come in the future. Why? Because I know the seed undergoes a complete transformation. The seed, as seed, is seemingly destroyed before it develops into a tree. In the same way, in the midst of our present degradation lies only dormant for time the potentiality of the future greatness of our religion, ready to spring up again, perhaps more mighty and glorious than ever before. Now let us consider what are the common grounds of agreement in the religion we are born in. At first sight, we undeniably find various differences among our sects. Some are Advaitis, some are Vishishta Advaitis, and others are Dvaitis. Some believe in incarnations of God, some in image worship, while others are upholders of the doctrine of the formless. Then, as to customs also, various differences are known to exist. The Jats are not outcasted, even if they marry among the Mohammedans and Christians. They can enter into any Hindu temple without hindrance. In many villages in Punjab, one who does not know many villages in Punjab, one who does not eat swine will hardly be considered a Hindu. In Nepal, a Brahmin can marry in the four Varnas, while in Bengal, a Brahmin cannot marry even among the subdivisions of his own caste. So on and so forth. But in the midst of all these differences, we note one point of unity among all Hindus. And it is this, that no Hindu eats beef. In the same way, there is a great common ground of unity underlying the various forms and sects of our religion. First, in discussing the scriptures, one fact stands out prominently, that only those religions which have had one or many scriptures of their own as their basis advanced by leaps and bounds and survived to the present day, notwithstanding all the percussion, the prosecution and repression hurled against them. The Greek religion, with all its beauty, died out in the absence of any scripture to support it. But the religion of the Jews stands undiminished in its power, being based upon the authority of the Old Testament. The same is the case with the Hindu religion, with its scripture, the Vedas, the oldest in the world. The Vedas are divided into the Karma Kand and the Jnana Kand. Whether for good or for evil, the Karma Kand has fallen into disuse in India, though there are some Brahmins in the Deccan who still perform yajnas, now and then with sacrifice of goats. Also, we find here and there traces of the Vedic Kriya Kand in the mantras used in connection with our marriage and Shraddha ceremonies, etc. But there is no chance of its being rehabilitated on its original footing. Kumariliya Bhatt once tried to do so, but he was not successful in his attempt. The Jnana Kand of the Vedas comprises of the Upanishads and is known by the name of Vedanta, the pinnacle of the Shrutis as it is called. Wherever you are finding Acharyas quoting a passage from the Shrutis, it is invariably from the Upanishads. The Vedanta is now the religion of the Hindus. If any sect in India wants to have its ideas established with a firm hold on the people, it must base them on the authority of the Vedanta. They all have to do it, whether they are Dvaitis or Advaitis. Even the Vaishnavas have to go to Gopal Tapini Upanishad to prove the truth of their own theories. If a new sect does not find anything in the Shrutis in confirmation of its ideas, it will go even to the length of manufacturing a new Upanishad and make it pass current as if one of the old original productions. There have been many such in the past. Now, as to the Vedas, the Hindus believe that they are not mere books composed by men in some remote age. They hold them to be an accumulated mass of endless divine wisdom, which is sometimes manifested and at other times remains unmanifested. Commentator Sayancharya somewhere says in his works, "Who created the whole universe out of the knowledge of the Vedas? No one has ever seen the composer of the Vedas, and it is impossible to imagine one. The Rishis were only the discoverers of the mantras of the eternal laws. They merely came face to face with the Vedas, the infinite mine of knowledge, which has been there from time without beginning." Who are all the Rishis? Vatsyayana says he who has attained through proper means the direct realization of dharma. He alone can be a Rishi, even if he is a Malecha by birth. Thus it is in the ancient times Vashisht, born of an illegitimate union, Vyasa, the son of a fisherwoman, Narad, the son of a maidservant with uncertain parentage, and many others of the like nature who attained to Rishihood. Truly speaking, it comes to this then, that no distinction should be made with one who has realized the truth. If the persons just named all became Rishis, then, O Kulin Brahmins of the present day, how much greater Rishis you can become. Strive after that Rishihood. Stop not till you have attained the goal, and the whole world will of itself bow at your feet. Be a Rishi. That is the secret of power.